Page 6, Much Ado About Nothing. This is similar to what we've been doing in the last couple of videos, but now they put in 4 phrases. You can see that by the curved lines, the phrase markings, where they are. I'll talk about the phrases a little later in the video. Let's look this piece over. Finally, they're not giving you any hand charts or nothing. You just get the music. Well, that's all you need. So it's 2 lines long, 3/4 time now, so we're only counting to 3, but we're still counting quarter notes. No sharps or flats in the key signature. You're starting in the right hand with 3rd finger on E, so that's here. That puts the hand here. And we're not moving around, so we're just going to stay there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Like so. Go down to the 2nd line on the last 3 measures. 3rd finger, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, because 8th note. And I do the 1 and 2 and when I need it. I don't do it all the time. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3. I usually start a little early so I can get into it. Left hand, well, 5th finger on C, that puts the left hand here. And they're all mostly dotted half notes, which a dotted half note is the same as 3/4 notes. Just remember that. It doesn't matter what the time signature is. It's always the same as 3/4 notes. So here, quarter note gets a count, so it's going to get 3 counts. 1, just the whole measure. 3. Until you get down to the last line, the last 3 measures. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There's a little different. Once you have the hands each separate, then try putting them together. You're here. These go together. These go together. These go together. It's okay until you get down to the last line and the last 3 measures again. It's here. 2, 3, 1 and 2. Right there. And that's an E there at the end there for the left hand. So once you've figured out the notes and the rhythms, you go back through and you play it a few dozen times. Get out any hesitations. No hesitations. Got to be a steady beat. Also make sure you're putting in the natural accents. The 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Most of the time it's when the left hand plays. That's where 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Want to feel it. Well, if you have to, you force it at first. But eventually you just want to feel it. You don't want to force it because it's a natural accent. It's supposed to happen naturally. But you have to feel it. If you don't feel it, then it won't happen. And once you have all that, then we can add the articulation. In this case, it's the phrasing. And we have 4. I'm going to speed up the melody so I can hear these sentences better. So it's here, the first sentence. That's one sentence, and then that's another sentence. Next one, and the last sentence. So there's 4 sentences or 4 phrases. I don't agree with them, but that's what they're doing. So okay, we'll do that. See, in my mind, each full line is, in this case, would be a sentence. To me, that makes sense. To me, that's all one sentence. But they're saying it's 2. Okay, we'll go with that, 2. So you're going to lift up in the right hand, but connect the left hand if you can. So look on the 3rd measure, going to the 4th measure. You're here. I'm going to lift up in the right hand, but I'm going to connect the left hand. Here. We were doing this before on lift up in the right hand, connect the left hand. So I'm going to connect this left hand all the way through. I'm just lifting up in the right hand for the phrasing. And then we can add the dynamics. They have dynamics added in here. I do the dynamics after I do the articulation. Dynamics, I assume you've had them before because here they are, is how loud and soft you play. Do you play it loud? Do you play it soft? Do you play it in the middle? How do you do it? That's what the dynamics are for. And at the beginning, you see between the stabs the MF. It's an abbreviation. These are abbreviation for Italian words. MF is mezzo forte, and it means moderately loud, or medium loud, or sort of loud. You have to decide what that is. I can't tell you it's a set value. It's not a set value. It depends on the situation. It's not loud, it's just sort of loud. The next phrase, it has an MP. Well, that's short for mezzo piano, or moderately soft, medium soft, sort of soft. Mezzo forte and mezzo piano are both in the middle. They're in the medium area. So mezzo forte is on the loud side of the middle area, and mezzo piano is on the soft side of the middle area. So it's just sort of soft. Not soft, just sort of soft. And then in the third phrase, F is short for forte, which means loud. Now it's a little louder than the MF at the beginning. It's not as loud as you can play. You can get louder than this. It's just loud for the... And then for the last phrase, it's P for soft. Piano. P for piano, which means soft. Yeah. It's a little softer than medium soft. It's soft. Not really super soft. There's softer than this. It's just soft. Whatever you think that is. So each phrase in this piece is a different dynamic. And it's important you bring those out. But I don't do the dynamics until I got the piece pretty well, because I got enough to think about. You know, there's so much here. I want to focus on one thing at a time, and that's why I do this. Notes and rhythms and fingering, and then articulation, and then dynamics. Now, I'm going to make it challenging for you. I don't know how much you're struggling. If you're struggling, you can forget this for now, because I'm going to talk about it forever. But if you can get it now, you just about get a head start on it. Dynamics apply to the melody. So this MF at the beginning, that's the melody. That's why I kept playing the right hand through here. It's the melody. Everything else has to be in the background. Well, that's the problem. Can you play one hand louder than the other? That's a struggle for a lot of people. It doesn't come easy. It feels weird. Just make one hand feel heavier than the other hand. This left hand, just play it soft throughout. Just keep it soft throughout. Can you play it very lightly in the left hand and a little heavier in the right? That sort of thing. It takes time to get it, but I'm asking you to start now. Just as well. And then when you go down to moderately soft, just keep the left hand soft throughout. It's the right hand really that's changing dynamics here, and that's what we're after. And the last one, both hands are going to be soft. The idea is we don't want both hands the same, because you lose the melody when you do that. We want to hear the melody. How fast you go is up to you. It's got to be smooth and even. What you can do accurately, that's how fast you can go. Don't copy me. You take it at your speed. After you've learned it and you can play it correctly, slowly, no hesitations, let's play it together and make sure you have the right notes and rhythms. Now, when the play with me's, I don't do dynamics. I just play the notes. We're not performing it here. We're just checking notes and rhythms. You should be doing the same note I'm playing at the same time. So I'll give us 3 counts because we're in 3/4 time. We'll go 1, ready, go. Now let's play it together slowly. 1, ready, go. 2, 3, off.